the burger game.
Oh, the one where you were making a hamburger?
Yeah,
or something?
you give them to them, and they'd get really angry. And then they had a variation of it. It was called like beer tap or something, where you had to send them a beer, and they'd pound their fist, and if they didn't get their beer, and they'd come closer and closer to you, and you had to run down and get the tip off the bar and shoot them beers, and they'd get angry. And there's like 5 bars, and you had to bounce back and forth.
Oh, I don't know.
Those are all.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I remember.
I think it was just like the burger one, only it was beer. They changed it to beer, and because the burger one, you had to shoot them down burgers, right? And they'd get angry if they didn't get their food, and they'd move closer to you, and if they got to you, they'd kill you to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were when the games really started advancing. You're on Video Game Talk with Lenny and John.
Dude, this was good stuff from back in the day, man.
Yeah, that's those old toys. Those were the best.
Remember the Robotron?
I don't remember the Robotron.
2084. It was
Are you looking stuff up now?
No, I am because I clicked.
No, you got to go from memory. You can't.
I know, but I clicked on Berserk, and Berserk made me think about this.
All right.
I couldn't remember what it was called.
I can always tell when you're looking stuff up.
Oh, why?
You get a distant sound in your voice, and sometimes your answers are kind of trail off, and may not go with a question.
Anyway, so Robotron was the first time you ever had 2 joysticks, and one joystick you were constantly shooting. You were constantly shooting all directions, and you were running. So
I don't remember exactly.
No. Yeah.
How about I'm not sure. Is it called Merlin? You remember that one? It was like a handheld. It wasn't video, but it's like a handheld computer game. It was
Don't know.
Red and had like a 6x6 screen on it. I think not a screen, but a 6x6 buttons, and I think they lit up, and you could press them, and you could play all different games like tic-tac-toe against them, or like concentration, or it had all kinds of weird games on there.
Really?
And it's supposed to look like a little robot, I think, called Merlin. You can look it up. When you see it, you'll probably remember it.
I think I vaguely remember the.
I think it was red, if I remember. I didn't have one, of course.
You didn't have nothing. What did you have? Sticks?
I had a $6 million man doll. That's all I wanted.
Sticks and rocks. That's all I got.
Sticks and rocks, and I liked it. And I didn't have all the sticks, and I didn't have all the rocks.
Did you have Legos?
I did have some Legos. I told you the one thing I had that I loved was the girders and panels. I think that's what it was called.
I know what it is. Yeah,
and I got it for Christmas a few years ago. Again, a friend of mine from the boat got it for me for Christmas. I was so excited. You could build buildings.
Yeah, it came with it was metal, right? Metal.
No, it was plastic. It was all plastic except
plastic?
Yeah, it was all plastic except for the base, which was basically a piece of sheetrock with holes in it.
Oh.
But it was awesome.
Oh, that's something else. And I was thinking,
you're thinking of the erection set.
Erection set. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of the erection set. Now, girders and panels was basically little plastic like I-beams, and what do you call it? Stanchions, I guess. And you could put them all together and build a skyscraper. And then it had the plastic windows that represented glass windows, but that you stuck on the front, and you really made it look like a real skyscraper, except it wasn't nearly as tall. But it's really cool. Oh, yeah. It's really cool. Frogger, Centipede, yeah, those are good. Centipede was a really good one. Q*bert, yeah, I was just thinking of Q*bert.
Centipede, I dig Centipede.
Millipede was better than Centipede, though. More legs. And Q*bert was great. It took me a long time to figure out Q*bert.
I couldn't do Q*bert. Too hard.
It was hard. You had to hold the joystick like at an angle a little bit.
Yeah.
Diagonal. Otherwise, you'd always.
Dude, the swearing.
That's the sound he made when he fell off. No, he wasn't from Dukes of Hazzard.
I was going to say, it sounded like Dukes of Hazzard guy.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah. You ever have you played any pinball machines lately?
Oh, I'm a pinball wizard.
Yeah. But man, it's so expensive to play that dang pinball.
I played not too long ago in a movie theater. It was
How much was it?
Quarter.
What?
Might have been 50 cents. I don't know.
Did you have multi-ball?
Yeah, oh yeah. I had multi-ball. I won a free game. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've been looking, and this was one of my favorite Steve Dahl. Just by coincidence, this is one of my favorite Steve Dahl episodes, or Steve and Gary episodes. Was when Steve went to buy the Elton John Captain Fantastic pinball machine in his adventures with the lady at the truck company. But I've been looking for a Captain Fantastic pinball machine to buy. They're really expensive because they're collectors. Yeah, they're collectors.
Oh, now they are. Yeah.
So they're they're pretty rare, and they're to get one in really good condition. They're pretty expensive, but I'd like to find one of these days. And they're hard to. It's not that they're super rare, but where they are to ship them and everything, unless you're going to go get it, and it's usually somewhere, New York or.
Dude, even your taste in pinball machines is gay. Really?
No, that was just for that reason. Not that pinball machine is super great. It's not. It's an old 70s pinball machine, but just
right.
As a Elton John memorabilia. Wasn't that I like gay pinball machines?
Oh.
No, I think one of the best pinball machines. I'm trying to think which one it was.
We had The Simpsons, remember? And
The Simpsons was okay. There was one that was like a robot one.
Doctor Who's pretty good.
I haven't played that one.
I'm not a big fan of Doctor Who, but yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, the 70s ones weren't that good. I'm thinking more 80s, 90s is when they get good, where you get the multi-balls.
You have multi-ball at different levels.
And different tubes, yeah. Oh, you know what the good one was? It was the Pac-Man one.
I don't recall that one.
It was part video game and part pinball machine, and if you shot the ball in the right place, you go and play the Pac-Man game.
Oh, I like that. That's very cool.
Yeah, that was a good one. No, but to answer your question, that would just be as a memorabilia. Not that I thought the pinball machine was super great.
Yeah.
Just one of the, and the fact that Steve Dahl was a big fan too. So.
Yeah, I know. That's just silly, dude. Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a classic. Black Knight. I don't remember the Black Knight. Do you remember a Black Knight machine, Lenny?
No, but it's
Well, you're trailing. That means you're looking it up.
No, I actually cause I needed to see what the picture of the Captain Fantastic looked like.
Yeah.
Video game, but yeah, they have the Black Knight. Was one of the ones listed for sale. They're running pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, the Captain Fantastic one actually looks like the Pinball Wizard from Tommy.
Well, right, I could see that.
Yeah, so that's why that one. But yeah, there's one. Do you remember back to video games? So one that I used to like playing. And this was one of the first sit-down ones. Well, not the first ones, but where they started getting kind of good, was Spy Hunter.
Oh yeah, I dug the Spy Hunter
because you had all those things you could do: oil and smoke screen, and drive up in the back of the truck and
go into the boathouse.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I could never get all the way through that one.
Yeah, then the helicopter would try to get you.
Yeah, the helicopter. Oh, that was a great game.
That's very, very true life.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That was good stuff.
Is
there a Xenophobe? I think that was a pinball machine that was really good.
No, that Xenophobe was a video game.
There's something... I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of the first ones I ever saw where it had multi-ball and the different tubes and everything. I can't remember the name of it. It seemed like it had a woman's voice that would talk during the game, like if you got the multi-ball lit, something like that, and it had like the plastic tubes and crazy stuff. And
gotta have the tubes.
Gotta have the tubes. Yeah, there's something very like you feel like you've accomplished something when you get it up that little ramp and it goes down the tube.
Right.
You can let your hands off the flippers and kind of relax for a second while it does its thing. And
yeah, that's ridiculous. How do we get on this? How do we get on this topic, anyways?
The Evel Knievel little toy. I don't know.
Oh,
the favorite Atari game. Oh, anyway, it's time to wrap it up, Lenny. Time to wrap up. Yeah.
But see, my sleep cycle's all jacked up, so I'm like wide awake now.
Why? You been on nights?
Yeah.
Are you trying to? I should be getting ready to go back on nights because that's what I'm doing on Friday night.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing Friday night too. But that's what I was all weekend, and
yeah.
And so to go back to living like a normal person would be a waste of time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Dude, I would like to see an Aussie pinball game.
Yeah, you'll never see that one. Not enough interest. Just not enough interest. At the poke at Jesus. I think Jesus is a big Aussie fan.
Yeah.
I think Ozzy gained. I think Ozzy gained the majority of his fans when he got the Osbourne show.
That's the I've never watched
and
that.
People found out that he was not this animal that he was portrayed to be for all those years. He was actually like a really nice guy.
Yeah, that's
he's a really nice. He's a really nice family man and a really nice guy. Yeah, and people fell in love with him.
But he's like drug addled. He can't speak. He can't talk.
Yeah,
right?
well, I think his speech is definitely impaired. And I think he's completely sober now. But yeah, it definitely took a toll on him.
Can he tie his own shoes?
Yeah, no, he can do everything. He's just a little. He's a little out of it sometimes.
Well, how old is he? He's got to be
60s. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, he's a good guy though.
Yeah,
not what he pretended to be for all those years.
Yeah,
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. He had
I remember one episode they were planning. He was doing one of his Oz fests, and they were trying to figure out what to do, how he's going to enter the stage. And they said, and it was around Christmas time. And they were going to have him come in a sleigh with a Santa hat on. He says, "I'm the effing Prince of Darkness. I can't do that."
That is funny.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I like that.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and very good friends with Elton, by the way. So, just saying.
Is he friends with Elton John?
Yeah. They Sharon and Elton are like best of friends, and Elton and Ozzy are friends also. He even mentioned him in his book.
Really?
Yeah, the one that came out a year or two ago.
Who wrote?
Ozzy did. It says Ozzy. I don't know who wrote it, but I mean, it's written in the first person, so I'm assuming maybe he had some input on it.
Gotcha.
Jesus says Sharon can't get the deal she wants. I'm not sure what that means. Which deal she's looking for?
Divorce?
No, she loves Ozzy. You can see that. Alrighty.
All right. Then.
Enough of the Ozzy and Elton show.
Ozzy and Elton, yeah, that'd be horror.
That would
right?
That would be a good reality show, the Ozzy and Elton show.
Well, I think they should be Ozzy and Elton. Maybe throw them in
cage match
and Everglades and see if they
survival. Ozzy and Elton survival.
Ozzy and Elton dual survival.
That would be something. Or just like a cross country trip. Just where they give them a car and they just got to drive cross country or something.
And right before they die, they come to rescue them and they do it again next week.
That'd be funny. Oh, yeah, that would be.
Put them in the desert.
Yeah. That would be some funny stuff. You can imagine Ozzy, and they give Ozzy. He has a cell phone and a radio and everything, but nobody can understand him.
Or the people on the phone, sir, it's illegal to prank phone call 911.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny stuff.
Actually, that would be entertaining. But I've never watched any of those that reality show because I'm a big fan of Black Sabbath, and it's just I didn't have a TV when it came out, and then as I, you kind of get the gist of what the show is about,
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not interested in that.
It was interesting, though. I mean, to get to know Ozzy and see what he's really like, that's what the amazing thing about it was.
Well, did they ever mention, I believe that there's another sibling that doesn't show up on the show.
that didn't. Yeah, they do. They don't mention